I just finished up my adventures over at Mazda Tricks picking up all the gaskets for the 3-rotor when I get a call from Abel, who is currently working on the 3-rotor, tearing it down, saying, Rob, it's not good.
I got a close-up picture I can take of. You see that one's broken, and then dent it.
Whoa, that dent's huge.
Yeah, and then here go the other broken pieces. There goes the other ones. So that one was broken too. There go a combination of piece. That one has only a slight dent in it, but it hit the face of the rotor. See, that's when the motor was twisting.
What causes that dent?
Detonation. So you got a little step work, but the corner seals did that too.
The exhaust ports look good.
It'll work, but
yeah,
it needs to touch. Look at this and that. They don't really look even.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah, I noticed this one has like more of a lobe at the bottom.
So he's gonna match everything up as close as he can, you know, without going over or messing it up.
Here are the craziest things about my motor, which is what you see right here. Abel has disassembled it in a matter of what it seems like minutes to me. But what you can see is there is some wear there, and that is because the failure inside the engine was this. My corner seals had some fun times in there. Realistically, the engine was running great when we first got it up to about 850 horsepower. When I was left alone by myself, I was playing with the 2-step and I was just trying all different type of variables. It was a hot day, the oil was overheating, and the car shut off and then it never idled the same again. Before Abel and I dynoed, we checked the compression and there were 5 different pulses that were about or under 20 psi. That's how much this was affecting the compression inside the motor. Yet you still saw it make insane number of pulls, 900 horsepower, those are absolute facts, but it didn't come without a cost. I definitely have dented one of my rotors, which is fascinating. These things are made out of metal. You don't think that they could dent, but sure enough they do. And over here, what Abel said, this is from the motor twisting, because if you notice, looking at the irons, other than the stock 2 dowels, this is a more or less stock motor. There's no pinning, there's no studding, none of that. That's pretty crazy. Well, there she is, the infamous 3-rotor crank out and in the open. There are some significant wear marks on it, but it's still salvageable, and it's just, I don't know, I'm a little taken aback just seeing all this stuff for the first time out in the open after all these years of it serving me. It's been a wonderful piece of equipment, but there's so much to improve on. So you can see on the very corners, this is the leading edge of the apex seal on both extreme edges. This edge right there, and then this edge right there, you can see a lot of texture in the tip of the seal. What does that mean? Well, look at that. That's my rotor housing. You can see the texture. You can't really, you might not be able to hear it, but you can certainly imagine that my finger feels quite a bit of texture right there. I'm going to load up all the irons, all 4 of these, and take them over to the shop for cleaning. There's one of my babies, 2 of my babies. There's the front housing. And the sexiest piece of all, the 20B fat iron. She's a little bruised at the moment, but Abel's gonna fix that up. We're taking it to the shop now to get it cleaned and ultimately fix the ports just a little bit. There's some issues. We'll talk about that shortly. I have been lying to all of you accidentally for the last 8 years, and I apologize. I do not like sharing misinformation, and this is the biggest flaw or the biggest sin I've committed on my channel this far. No, it's not about the 4-rotor. It is about the 3-rotor. The seals, the apex seals that are inside of the 3-rotor are not 3mm seals. They are in fact the stock 2mm seal length. They're a particular brand, which I'm not going to share because they did cause some wear on the inside of that vehicle. And as time has gone on, seal quality and technology, including the brand itself, has improved. So I'm not going to give a positive or negative because ultimately there is some wear, and I can show you that here. Look at the very tip of the seal. There are very distinct wear marks, and those translated to, unfortunately, wear on the inside of the rotor housings. Mind you, that is not what broke. That is not what was causing problems. That was not an issue whatsoever, at least in the immediate term. That was not going to cause issues immediately, but it is still a wear item. For those of you that are not familiar with rotary engines, that is an apex seal. And you know what's funny? That was never once the issue with my car. The only issue is that I was wrong on what size they were. And that 2mm seals can, in fact, back from 2006, 2007, hold the amount of power that I've been putting on 10 years later. So for those of you that joke about rotary engines and apex seals boost in, apex seals out, you guys are wrong. I'm wrong about what ones are in my car, but you're wrong about the fragility, if that is even a word, of the rotary engine. This thing is a tank. Done right, cared for right, rotary engines are absolute tanks, and this engine is perfect proof of that.